And now a suspect is behind bars.
Reporting over ULM, I'm Christina Jensen for your weather station. When police officers arrived at the scene, they found his body right here, covered in blood.
Big discovery by the Monroe Police Department. Officers say they found a stolen SUV out of the Washita River. Now, according to a Facebook post, the vehicle was found this past Monday. Take a look at that.
Okay. Oh my God! Why did you make me do that?
Vidalia police find a 50-year-old woman dead in her home.
Check out this area. If you're into dinosaurs, you're gonna love this.
Really was amazing. Well, let's look ahead to the final weekend at the Olympics. What is in store?
Again, if you're just joining us, a 13-year-old boy, last seen 5 p.m. All right, swimming in the water near Forsyth Boat Ramp.
It will continue to get hot in the Arklamis. That's why we're taking a look at how you can stay cool. It's important to avoid getting sick due to the summer heat.
Now, some cars did drive on the roads earlier today, and wow, just snow covered on that interstate. You know, Lexi said good evening instead of good morning. I was taken back.
Let's talk about the state at the center of today's historic Supreme Court ruling, Mississippi. What does this mean for women there? Well, Mississippi...
I cannot believe I did that. The photographer was like, do it. It's going to make great TV.
And big news regarding Louisiana's trigger law. It has now been blocked by a state court.
2 weeks ago, I spoke to the mother of the victim, and she said she had not received an update from investigators in quite some time. But yesterday, an arrest was made.
One local family wants answers 2 years after their loved one was shot and killed. Here's their emotional story.
My son been dead a year, and this is my first time talking about it to somebody. This is the first time somebody made me feel like my child's life mattered.
That's the sound of a grieving mother, of a woman who wants answers. Her son, Samuel Reynolds, was found shot to death in the 4000 block of Beale Street.
That was the best one to me. He was the best kid. He was my best child because I never had a problem with him. My kid wasn't bad. Sam wasn't bad. Sam was a good boy.
This all happening 2 years ago on September 26th.
At 12:45, my little sister called me and said, Samantha, they shot Sam. That's how she said. It was Samantha, they shot Sam.
45 minutes prior to that call, Reynolds was tragically killed.
Reynolds was found shot to death in this driveway. When police officers arrived at the scene, they found his body right here, covered in blood.
Since then, no new leads and no suspects. But police do know Samuel was trying to de-escalate a situation between neighbors in the driveway of his sister's home.
He came back over and told his brother, hey, let's squash this situation. Everything's handled. So as Samuel was walking back to the car, which it would have been right about here, as he's entering the car, gunshots came from between 4311 and 4309 Beale Street, at which time Samuel was shot and killed.
Detective Dwayne Cookson believes the shooter fired multiple rounds from between those two homes and then took off running. However, Samuel's family, as well as the Monroe Police Department, believe someone out there knows something. And if you know who killed Samuel Reynolds, call Crime Stoppers at 318-388-2274. Remember, you can remain anonymous, and there's also a cash reward. We'll be right back with your forecast and something new.
Armstrong Cricket Farms in West Monroe sells about 9 to 10 million crickets per week. Currently, they're filling up that measuring cup with about 1,000 crickets and then putting them in those boxes that will ship to fishing customers.
This family-operated business stays busy during the week, employing about 50 local people. Their customers include bait stands across Louisiana and Arkansas and distribution centers such as PetSmart.
The bulk of our business is in the pet industry for animal food. One of the newer markets that we've hit on is using the cricket protein powder for human consumption.
Jack Armstrong and his son Brandon co-owned this cricket farm. It started in a small Georgia town back in 1947. 7 years later, they opened this location in West Monroe.
My daddy had just got out of the Air Force and started working the cricket farm over here. We had 2 buildings. that were 50 feet wide by 100 feet long.
Fast forward to 2021, Armstrong Cricket Farms has 13 buildings scattered over 2.5 blocks. This is where they raise their crickets and worms.
It might look like I'm holding a box of dirt, but I'm actually holding cricket eggs. In about 9 days, 30,000 crickets will hatch under optimum conditions.
About 5 to 6 weeks later, they're going to be ready for fish bait.
Jack tells me they could raise even more crickets and expand the business, but he wants to keep it family operated.
We have to have hands-on, eyes in the boxes. Myself and my son Brandon, we're looking in the boxes, so we want to have a quality cricket to sell to our customers.
So for now, this cricket farm will stay as is. Reporting in West Monroe for Destination Louisiana, I'm Christina Jensen.
And for more information, head to the company's website, armstrongcrickets.com. And I cannot believe I did that. The photographer was like, do it, it's going to make great TV.